What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. Today is main deck Monday. Today we're finally going to the Garchomp deck. I know a lot of people have been hyping this up or have been asking, can I make a deck list about it? And yeah, so let's do one. Let's talk about it. Let's see what is this deck about. Now, I am going to focus this deck a lot on Ross Gilbert or PTCG Radio's list that he posted about a month or two ago. I can't remember exactly when he posted it, but he was hyping this deck up a lot while he was... Yeah, he was just hyping it up a lot. I think it was like some regionals or some league challenge. I can't remember exactly what it was. Garchomp did fairly well, and I think he did play it as well. I think he did lose in the finals or something like that. I can't remember exactly what happened. But links to the video will be down below. I think it says like why Garchomp is the best deck or best budget deck or something like that. But yeah, if you don't own Shaman's, I think Garchomp or Greninja is one of your best two options. I think Greninja is a little bit better, but Garchomp is very highly playable. But let's go over this and let's see what's it about. Now, Garchomp is going to be our main attacker. It has that Turbo Assault, which is what's going to help us accelerate our energies. It does 60, and you attach an energy card from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon. And one of your Pokemon, it could be even your active Garchomp. It does not say bench, which is fantastic. So you can energy accelerate to your active Garchomp. But the main attack we're going to use is Bite Off. It does 80, and if your opponent's active Pokemon is a Pokemon EX, this attack does 80 more damage, which is 160. And with the Strong Energy, you can do 180, which does his perfect numbers. 180 is obviously an EX Pokemon HP, and that does knock out the majority of them. Now, you might have to worry about not Burst Balloon, Fighting Fury Belt, which gets 40 more HP, but I know I just kind of give away. If you play Burst Balloon, and they attack you, they actually get hit for 60, which knocks them out. Or if any moment they hit a Pokemon with Burst Balloon, they get hit for 60, and that can hit for crucial numbers later on in the game, which is fantastic. Now, we're going to use, 414 Garchomp. Sand Tomb can be used, 20, the defeating Pokemon can't retreat, so you can always, like, Lysandre or somebody, make it where they can't retreat, just kind of get stuck in the active spot, which can happen sometimes, but it is great just to have just a random Gabite, so you can just manual evolve, and not to Rare Candy Garchomp straight away. Now, I do want a second Gabite, just because it's good to just mainly evolve a Garchomp, so your Garchomp is just swinging away, which is fantastic, but, I mean, the one does work as well. And then you have Gible, never enough, discard a card from your hand. If you do, draw 2 cards. So if you're in a bad situation, you could Gible. But hopefully, turn 1, you're actually attacking with Talonflame. Talonflame does have the Gale Wings. If this Pokemon is in your hand when you're setting up to play, you may put it face down as your act Pokemon. And attack is going to be Aerial Blitz. Search deck for 2 cards and put them into your hand. Shelf your deck afterwards. So any 2 cards, if you need a supporter card, you can grab that. If you need Rare Candy Garchomp, you can grab that as well. There's a lot of different combinations you can do, obviously, with this Talonflame, which is fantastic. And that 40 damage does matter. If you use the Bite Off, 80 plus 80, 160, plus another 80, or plus another 20, that's 180, plus 40, that is 220, which can knock out Pokemon like Megas. It can knock out Fighting Fury by Pokemon. So the Air Blitz really does matter a lot, and Talonflame is a really good card in this deck. And it's also really good at Greninja as well. Don't worry, I do plan on covering Greninja here very, very soon, especially since Down Regionals is next, not this weekend, but next weekend, and I know that is a very hyped deck going to the... Alright, but that's going to be all the Pokemon, no shame and no Octillery. We're just going to be just really consistent with Trainers Mail, a bunch of supporter cards, and be good to go that way. Now we're going to play 3 Level Ball. To search deck for Pokemon with 90 HP or less, which you Gibles and Gabites, because they both have 90 HP or less. 4 Rare Candies, so we can immediately evolve into that Garchomp. 1 Super Rod, shuffle 3 combination of Pokemon to introduce from your discard pile back into your deck. Now, you could play a Brock's Grit or a Karen. Brock's Grit does help you shuffle 6 any combination of Pokemon energy back into your deck, while Karen shuffles all Pokemon back into their decks. I think Super Rod is a little bit better, because every time I talk to somebody who plays like Brock's Grit or Karen, they're always like, well, I wish I could Brock's Grit and more, or Karen and more, and Super Rod does do that. Now, if you think 1 Super Rod is not enough, you can always play 2. If you want to, but I think the 1 is enough, especially with the 414 Garchomp. 4 Trainers Mail, 4 via Seeker, just maximum consistency, probably the best trio, 4 trio we have. 2 Lysandre, like I said before, 2 Lysandre almost every deck is what you want to do. Just in case you do prize 1, you can just Lysandre anybody up. 3 in and 1 Ranger. Now the Ranger is going to shut off effects of attacks on each player Pokemon, his or her Pokemon. This is going to help us get around Glaceon if needed. It can help us get out Giratina, so we can attach our strong energies or stadiums. You can also switch stuff like a Hex Maniac, so that way you can try to beat Greninja a little bit more, like Hex them, make where they can use Giant Water Shuriken, and like just Hex other stuff as well. The range is definitely an iffy spot. You can cut this for anything. You can cut it for like a 4th in, maybe another Love Ball, another Silent Lab, a 6 Energy, whatever you want to. I think it's fine. 4 Sycamore and 1 Teammates. Teammates is great if a Pokemon's knocked out. You can search tick for any 2 cards and put that into your hand, which is great. You can grab like Rare Candy Garchomp, a Strong Energy, just whatever you need. Teammates can help you do that. And a lot of Pokemon are getting knocked out early, like Gible and Gabites. They're going to get knocked out fairly quickly. But with Teammates, it helps you like get faster, set up quicker, which is fantastic. Now this deck does play 3 Silent Lab. Silent Lab is going to shut down your basic Pokemon's abilities. We don't play any basic Pokemon abilities. We do have Talonflame, but that's not a base Pokemon, and you put it down for Silent Lab if it begins the game. But Silent Labs is going to help us shut down, the Shaymins and the Hoopas that are just about almost every single deck. So for Burst Balloon, like I said earlier, it hits beautiful numbers with Bite Off and Arrow Blitz and all this kind of stuff. You can put a Burst Balloon on a Garchomp saying, hey, if you're attacking my Garchomp, you're going to hit for that 60, and then I'll attack you again to knock you out, which is fantastic. 4 Strong Energy and 5 Fighting Energy. Like I said, you can cut the Ranger for another Energy if you want to. You could probably cut a Love Ball for another Energy if you think 9 is too low, but I think it's fine. I think the only thing I really would include is maybe another Super Rod to recycle your energies, which I think is the main thing here. You'll see why I said that in the video. But guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. I did have a lot of fun playing Garchomp. I think it's a really strong deck. If you want to play something that is cheap, doesn't play Shaymins or Artilleries, I think this is the deck for you. Or Greninja, it's up to you to decide which one you'll play. But guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button, and let's see the deck in action. Alright, so bring us ANJ2128 playing a Fairy, Psychic, and a Colors deck, which mostly means a Mega Gardevoir deck. Now, I'm not sure how this matchup goes. I guess, let's see, if you have double strong, you can do 200 to it. So Kyle has like always. We did win the coin flip, which is fantastic. Hopefully, we'll get that turn 1 Talonflame, which would be fantastic. But our turn, let's see, what do we get? Alrighty, so we get the mulligan, we'll press done. We're going to get a new hand of 7. Now, my opponent's going to have to take down multiple of these Garchomps. We have no Naughty X Pokemon. We do have those Silent Labs as well. So if they put down their Skyfields first and maybe discard some, maybe Silent Lab can help us win this game, which would be fantastic. So we're just waiting for them to choose an active Pokemon. There we go. Now, the bad thing about Gardevoir is they can discard the Gardevoirs that we hit, which is not good at all. Alright, so we get 7 new cards. Hey, there's Talonflame, which is fantastic, and a Dive Ball. Would you have no base Pokemon? And see, would you like to take a mulligan? We're going to say no. We don't want to take a mulligan. We want to start the Talonflame. If you have a phenomenal turn 1, we can Level Ball for Gible, Sycamore, Ultra Ball for Gible, and Silent Lab and Sycamore, discard our hand, draw 7 new cards. Hoping to hit a Rare Candy Garchomp for the next turn. So let's see, what do we have? Alright, so there's a Shaman start, which is perfect. And wow. So we're going to Ultra Ball, discard a Fighting and a Lysandre. We're going to get 3 Gibles down if they're all in the deck. But we have 2 prized. Oh no. Alright, so we're going to grab 1. You know what I'm actually going to do? I'm going to grab Talonflame. And then I'm going to double Love Ball for 2 Gibles. So we have 2, yeah, we have 2 of the prize. So we're going to have Talonflame. We're going to Love Ball for another Gible. Okay, or for a Gible. Love Ball for another Gible. And then we are going to Sycamore, discard that Talonflame, saying, hey, we don't need that anymore. We don't want our deck. We do have 4 Rare Candy for a Garchomp, which is fantastic. So press done. Put down double Gible, so 1 and 2. Put down the Silent Lab, and we will Sycamore, discard our hand, draw 7 new cards, and let's see, what do we find? We find a Strong Energy Burst Balloon, okay? So a Strong Energy and Gible, and then we're just going to pass on to our opponent's turn. Now, we can use Trainers Mail, but I don't know what our top deck is. We could top deck like a Rare Candy, then we Trainers Mail for an Ultra Ball, be okay that way. But we'll see what happens. Next turn, we can just put a Fighting Energy on Talonflame and Arrow Blitz for 2 cards we need, while putting a Burst Balloon on it, making where, hey, if you attack my Talonflame, you're going to hit for 60. Now, if they are playing Mega Gardevoir, they're not going to be attacked us this turn. There's a Skyfield coming down. Going to increase their bench to 8. There's a Hoopa. Going to use a Scoundrel. So, unfortunately, they did have a counter stadium while we had the Silent Lab out. Okay, so Scoundrel, going to search for 3 new AX Pokemon. Imagine Guardy, and a Guardy. So 3 Guardies will come down. And how can we deal with this matchup or not? That is going to be a big question. So Gardevoir coming down. Another Gardevoir coming down. Okay. If only had Focus Sash. Focus Sash would be so good right now. So discarding those 3. Now they might play Rattata as well. Rattata discards a soul of the active Pokemon once you put on your bench, which will get rid of our Burst Balloons, which is not good either. I mean, there's a lot of different things that can happen. But they do discard a Skyfield. So that's 2 Skyfields down, while we have 2 more labs left. And I mean, if they don't play 3, then we can win the Stadium War. Sorry, microphone, didn't mean to hit you there. So I'm not even sure what they grabbed. The microphone distracted me. Luckily, we can't see. Oh, Shaman. Okay, so it looks like they grabbed a Shaman. Wait, did they grab Hoopa? Ultra Ball for Hoopa. So they have a Hoopa in their hand. Alright, so Shaman's setting up. Now, we find the Silent Lab. We can, like, discard a bunch of cards on his side of the field. There's a Hoopa, so he will Scoundrel for 2 more cards. But he's not going to be able to attack this turn, so I don't know why he's filling up his bench so much. Alright, so gets a Shaman, okay. And let's see what else he can do here. Now, another thing that we can play this deck is, what is it? We can play maybe Perilous City, and that could help us out a little bit more. So he's going to discard a Super Rod and a Hex Maniac, but he probably plays another Super Rod and then probably a Karen as well. Not going to get anything, and then Shaman set up for 5 new cards. Now he has drawn through 31 cards in his deck, or has 31 cards left in his deck? Or 32, sorry. Without even playing a supporter card. Yeah, he hasn't even played a supporter card. Discard the Hex, and that's it. So let's see what else does our opponent do. And the big question for me is, there's a lot of things I want to know. Alright, so Sycamore discards 2 Fairy Energies and a Mega Guardy. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is put a Strong Energy on this Gible. Try to Rare Candy this Gible to Garchomp. And then I can use his attack to put energy on the bench one while putting a Burst Balloon on it. So if he attacks it, he will get popped for that 60. And then we can knock it out. I think that's what the role I want to do. But can we find one or not? If we don't find one, then that's a big misplay. Okay, Spear, look at that guy. And Escape Rope. I guess, I mean, he can't knock us out next turn. So we're going to send the Gible. Okay. Sends up the Guardy most likely. And yeah, we're going to see what happens. Here comes Guardy. On to our turn. Shaman coming down for 2. So he's filled his bench up. He's discarded all these, put all these Shamans, all these Hoopas and everything like that. 22 cards left their deck. Holy cow, pass on our turn. What do we get? There's a Trainers Mail. Okay, so we're going to Trainers Mail. We'll grab a Level Ball. And what we're going to do is we're going to Level Ball the bench Gible into a Gabite. Okay, so we know we have that guy. We'll put it down. I just wonder if we should Burst Balloon the active. Or wait, I mean, if we find a Burst Balloon that he hits us, it would put an energy in this guy with the Garchomp. We can then knock it out next turn. And this is the weird part. Or we could Talonflame, putting a balloon on it so if he hits us. See, I'm going to put a Burst Balloon on the Talonflame. And hoping to hit a Fighting Energy, okay? And we do hit a Fighting Energy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to retreat into Talonflame. So retreat into Talonflame. We will Fighting Energy the active. And we will Gale Wings for 40 damage. Alright. And with this, we're going to grab a Garchomp and a Rare Candy. Alright, so we got these 2 guys put in our hand. And next we do have that Rare Candy Garchomp. So under our opponent's turn. But if he hits us for 60, he gets up to 100, and we cannot take a knockout automatically because we did have to discard the energy. So is he spilling on that guy? Okay. A Trainer's Mail, look at top cards of their deck. Okay, but I think what we're going to do is Rare Candy Garchomp, Teammates for Garchomp, and unfortunately are the Gibles prized. Alright, so there's a Super Rod. Going to shuffle 3 cards. He's going to use it right now. So that's the second Super Rod down, okay. So, Mega Guardian, 2 Fairy Energies, okie dokie. You know what I might do? I might grab Teammates and grab a Guardy and not a Guardy, grab a Garchomp and a Silent Lab to put him down to 5 because he's already discarded. He already has 2 Skyfields in play, one in the stadium spot and one is discard pile. So he might not have that many more left. He might have 1, maybe 2. I mean, you would think Mega Guardy has 4, but maybe he cuts spots. There's an escape rope. Okay. I'm gonna send up the Gible. Alright, so that's unfortunate there. So I'm gonna send up the Hoopa. He's played 2 escape ropes already. Okay. There is a Sycamore, discard his hand, and he discards a 3rd. There's 3 Skyfields now in play, which is fantastic. Those Silent Labs are going to help us out a lot. Okay, so maybe it'll be okay. There's a Mega Guardy. Does the opponent have another Floatstone or an escape rope? They haven't played a Floatstone yet, but if they don't have a Floatstone, what we can do is Rare Candy Garchomp, put a Strong Energy, Burst Balloon, and hit it for 80. Putting an energy on this guy and forcing, if he attacks this guy, we can knock it out. And things are starting to look good for us. Like, I'm really excited. We might be able to pull this off. So, Ultra Ball, go and discard 2 cards from his hand. And can he find a flow? So, discards a Fair Energy to GM by the scheme. Then let's see. There's a Mega Guardy. Okay, but does he have a Flowstone or a way to retreat this guy? Another escape rope. If he plays another escape rope, we're definitely sending Talonflame with a Burst Balloon. There's a Despair Guardy coming down. Okay. And do we see a Flowstone or not? There's another Mega Turbo. I don't care about that too much. Okay. And just a pass onto our turn. This is fantastic. So what we're going to do is we're going to put Garchomp down. Rare Candy into Garchomp. We will Burst Balloon the active. Strong Energy, Trainers Mail, look at top cards of our deck. And we're going to grab that Silent Lab to put my opponent down to 5 Pokemon. No, actually, what we're going to do is hold on to it. And the reason why is my opponent plays Rattata, they can discard a Burst Balloon off the active. So right now, I'm just going to Turbo Soul for 80, putting a Strong Energy onto this bench Garchomp. I use a Strong Energy on the bench Garchomp. And even though we prize 2 Gibles, we might be able to win this game. So on our opponent's turn, they're going to draw a card. And let's see, if he hits with this guy, he'll get popped for that 60. We're good to go. If he plays Escape Rope, I've set up this Talonflame, Energy, and an End. Alright, so End will both get a new hand of 6. Alrighty, let's see, what do we get with these 6? There's Ultra Ball, Strong Energy. Alright, so this is fantastic. And let's see, can my opponent find a way to knock us out? There's a Trainers Mail, look at top cards of their deck. There's a Skyfield. Will they discard the Skyfield? That would be a huge mistake if they do. We also need to find our 3rd Burst Balloon. So there's a Mega Gardevoir coming down, okay. And just pass onto our turn, which is fantastic. So there's a Rare Candy. I'm going to put a Strong Energy in the active. We can either take a knockout or power up this Garchomp a little bit more. I think. Let's see. I'm going to Ultra Ball, discard a Strong and a Sycamore to grab nothing. How many Burst Balloons are left in our deck? We have 2 Burst Balloons, so I'm going to press done. I'm going to end, give us a both new hand of 6, and I'm looking for one of those Burst Balloons right now, and we do not hit one automatically, so I'm going to Trainers Mail, look at top 4 cards of our deck, hopefully find a Burst Balloon, and we do not find one, unfortunately, so we'll grab a Ranger, okay. And what I'm going to do is just Turbo Assault for 80. Okay. Alright, so 80 damage. We'll put a Strong Energy onto this bench Garchomp. On the Garchomp, thank you. Alright, so into our opponent's turn, does he find a Flowstone or not? Now, if he does, unfortunately, attack with Despair Ray, he can discard this Hoopa, get rid of that 160 damage, and we haven't done anything. But he has 5 cards left in his deck, and he hasn't played a Flowstone just yet. And he has to take 6 prize. He has 5 cards left to take 6 prize cards. Alright, so let's see, can my opponent do it? He does have 2 Despair Ray Guardy set up. There's a Fair Energy to the Guardy, okay. So my plan next turn is to free retreat, attack with Talonflame, take a knockout that way if he doesn't retreat this Hoopa, and Gale Wings, Air Blitz could take a knockout here. So let's see, does he find a Flowstone or not? And if he does, we're going to treat and tackle Talonflame for the Air Blitz. And just to pass on to our turn, we get a Garchomp, which is not what I want. I want to find a Burst Balloon. So we're going to treat in a Talonflame. And we are going to Aero Blitz for the knockout and putting 2 cards in our hand. So take a knockout. And with this, we're going to grab a Super Rod and a Burst Balloon, okay? I mean, the reason I'm grabbing a Super Rod, if he likes it with Garchomp to take a knockout, I want to be able to put it back in our deck. There is a VS Seeker and a Gible. Alright, so we can put a Gible down and be okay, and we might be able to win this game. I guess we have VS Seeker for Lysandre, so we also can bring up a Shaman next turn if he keeps that down, which I doubt he will. Here comes a Guardy, onto our turn. Now, we can knock out this Guardy with this Bite Off. It does enough damage. That 40 from the Aero Blitz actually will matter. Alright, so let's see what's going to happen. Does he tackle this Mega Guardy? There's a VS Seeker front end. Going to put his... Oh, a Lysandre. So he is going to Lysandre up this Garchomp with the 2 Strong Energies. Alright, so Garchomp coming up. But I do have faith in this guy. So Despair Ray. Okay. Going to take a knockout going out of 5 prize cards. Okay. So there you go, 130. Alright. Going to discard all the Shamans. Does he discard more Shamans? No, he's actually not going to. Okay. So I'm going to set up Garchomp. On our turn, what do we do? Alright, so we get a Fighting Energy. So put down Gible. Fighting Energy. Bursting Balloon. Teammates. Well, let's Super Rod first. Let's Super Rod. Shelf back in 1. So 2 Strongs. 2 and 3. Okay. We will then Teammates for Gible and a Silent Lab. We already have a Burst Balloon down, so I'm gonna grab these 2. Alright. We'll put down Gible. We'll Ultra Ball, discard Ranger and a Talonflame. And we're gonna grab a Garchomp right now, just saying, hey, we have Rare Candy Garchomp next turn. Alright. But we actually have double Rare Candy Garchomp. We're gonna put down Silent Lab. And we're gonna Bite Off for the knockout, doing 180 damage. That 40 damage did matter from that Aero Blitz. So take 2 prize cards. There is, let's see, what do we get? There's a Gible and a VS Seeker. Alright, so I'm feeling fairly confident right now. The only downside is we have a bunch of energies already discarded. 1, 2, 3. We have 2 of those left. 2 of the Strong Energies, okay. But let's see what happens. He goes into the Guardy, okay. He can hit us. So Despair Ray, take a knockout this turn. Going down to 4. Alright, so 130. Burst Balloon gets popped off. Alright. And let's see here. We're going to send Talonflame. And on our turn, we get a VS Seeker. So I'm going to Rare Candy Garchomp. I'm going to Rare Candy Garchomp. I'm going to VS Seeker for a Teammates. Alright. And with the Teammates, I'm going to grab an Energy and a Bursting Balloon. We only have 1 Fighting Energy left. Alright, so we'll grab these 2. Okay. We'll put a Energy on this guy. Bursting Balloon. Retreat. And Turbo Assault, okay? We'll do 80 damage, or bring it up to 1, that much. We'll put a Strong Energy on this guy, okay? And onto my opponent's turn. Now, he can retreat and Despair with this guy, and he has to discard both of these guys, okay? If he does that, can he put all his Pokemon back? He probably plays a Karen, alright? Alright, so we're going to see how does these couple turns play out. I guess I should put on Gible so we can try to get a Gabite next turn. That would have been a little bit better. But if he retreats with this guy, he has to worry about Bite Off, knock it out. But we cannot knock him out right now because we have no more energies left in our deck. But we can just continuously Turbo Assault as well, which is fantastic. But as soon as this Garchomp dies, we're in trouble. There's a Hoopa coming down. He cannot Scoundrel because there's no oh my goodness. So he's just going to Despair Ray, get hit for that 60. We can bring up Garchomp and win the game. Oh my goodness. Discards both of the guys. Gets hit the Burst Balloon. We'll send the Garchomp and win the game. Alright, so send up Garchomp. On our turn, we will Turbo Assault for the knockout because we will do 80 damage. Knock on the Mega Guardy, and there we go, guys. We win the game with Garchomp versus Mega Guardy, and you can see why Burst Balloons is so amazing. We're at Strong Energy deactive, and we had a Strong Energy and a Fighting Energy prize. We had 2 Gibles, 2 Energy prize. I know via Seeker, our prize cards are horrible, and we still managed to do it with this Garchomp deck, which is fantastic. And you can see why this Garchomp deck is so strong, and it might have potential in the standard format, and I think it really does have potential with the Talonflames, with the Silent Labs, Teammates, Balloons. Balloons make some excellent numbers, and as you see, Air Blitz did matter a lot in that game as well. But guys, hopefully enjoy this episode of Main Deck Monday. I hope you have a great Monday. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Oh man, we're so close. We're so close. I think what, 7,000? I can't remember. I think we're like, let me flip over real quick. Channel. How many subs are we at? We're at 6,800. So if we were like less than 200 away from 7,000, can we do that before the new year or not? That's my main question. Can we hit that before the new year starts or not? But guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Have a great Monday. Alrighty. Bye. Alright guys, I just want to give a quick shout out to our 3 sponsors, 60 Cards, Yeti Gaming, and the Pokemon Company International. Links to everything will be down below in the description. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Alrighty.